Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you thought the Bills' defense was already clicking on all cylinders, get ready because there's some serious smoke coming out of Cincinnati, and it points to a blockbuster move that could reshape the entire AFC East landscape. Reports from reliable sources, including Diana Rossini, confirm that the Cincinnati Bengals are making a bold move, trading Trey Hendrickson to the Buffalo Bills. And let's be real, this isn't just another trade, it's a statement. The Bengals, sitting at 3-7 and with a negative cap situation for 2026, are clearly in rebuild mode. They've got some big financial commitments coming up, like Joe Burrow's massive extension, which is already penciled in at $310 million, and they need to free up cap space to address their needs, especially on the offensive line. Cincinnati's defense, which has been a bit leaky this season, allowing 33.4 points per game, also needs a shakeup, and trading Hendrickson makes sense given their focus on rebuilding and prioritizing young talent like Sam Hubbard, who's been emerging with 5 sacks and a PFF grade of 74. 4. Hendrickson, for those who might not know him intimately, is a beast on the edge. Since entering the league back in 2017, he's amassed a total of 68 sacks, with 17. 5 just last year and over 12 in 2024. He's a sack machine, a guy who's consistently putting pressure on the quarterback, and at 30 years old, he's still playing at a high level. His numbers this season are nothing short of impressive. 11 solo tackles, 5 assists, 16 combined stops, 4 sacks, 20 quarterback hits, a forced fumble, and a plus 0.32 EPA per rush, which puts him in the top 10 among edges. His pass rush grade from PFF is a stellar 91. 6, with a 19.8% win rate, and he's been a relentless force with 8 tackles for loss in just 7 games. That kind of production, especially from a veteran who plays with hustle like Hendrickson, is exactly what the Bills need to push their defense over the top. And let's talk about why Cincinnati would consider such a move. They're prioritizing their offensive line, which has been leaking sacks, allowing 38 sacks this season, especially with Joe Burrow under center. The team's cap situation is tight, and they need to make room for extensions for Higgins and Chase, their star receivers. Plus, with Sam Hubbard emerging as a consistent pass rusher, Cincinnati is repositioning itself for a future rebuild, focusing on younger players and draft capital. Their defense has been giving up over 33 points a game, which is a problem for any team aiming for playoff success, especially in the AFC playoff hunt. Now, shift your focus to the Bills. At 7-3, they're sitting comfortably in the playoff picture, but they're not resting on their laurels. Their defense, currently ranked 12th in points allowed at 22. 9 per game has been solid, but adding Hendrickson could elevate them to a whole new level. With Von Miller now 36 and still recovering from his Achilles injury, the Bills need to ensure their pass rush remains relentless. Hendrickson's addition would give Buffalo a double-digit sack threat alongside Gregory Rouse, who's already posted 6 sacks this season. The potential impact is enormous. Hendrickson's presence would help keep the Bills' front 7 dominant, allowing them to project a combined total of around 28 sacks, which would be huge for their playoff push. Think about the pressure rate increasing from 36% to nearly 48%. That's a game changer. It would elevate their run-stopping ability, bringing their run-stop win rate from a decent 4.1 yards per carry allowed to an elite -0. 12 EPA per run, top in the league. Third down stops would improve from 62% to around 74%, and turnovers forced could jump by 10 or more. Opponents' points per game would drop below 20, making it even harder for teams like the Dolphins and Jets to find any breathing room. Hendrickson's ability to disrupt the pocket and close windows for mobile quarterbacks like Tua Tagovailoa, who averages 4.2 yards per scramble, makes him a perfect fit for the Bills' aggressive, blitz-heavy defense led by Leslie Frazier. And if we look at the current roster, Hendrickson would pair perfectly with Gregory Rouse, creating a formidable duo on the edges. Plus, he would solidify the defense's overall top 5 ranking, especially when you consider how he would boost interior synergy with players like Ed Oliver. The Bills, under Frazier's blitzmix strategy, could channel some of those dominant 2000 Steelers vibes, with a relentless edge rush that keeps quarterbacks on their heels and forces turnovers. This move could also serve as a boost for their Super Bowl odds, which have already been climbing, moving from plus 800 to plus 400. That's a significant shift, and Hendrickson's presence could be the final piece that puts Buffalo over the top, especially when facing playoff opponents like the Dolphins or during critical AFC East matchups against the Jets. The impact on the Bills' defense would be immediate and tangible. Hendrickson's relentless hustle and high-pressure output would help them dominate games, especially in crucial moments. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and set the tone for the entire front seven is exactly what the Bills need to push towards their second Super Bowl appearance in recent history. And it's not just about individual stats, it's about the ripple effect, creating a more aggressive, confident front line that can control the game from start to finish. The Bills have been building this team for a deep postseason run, and adding a veteran like Hendrickson could be the piece that finally breaks the drought since their last Super Bowl appearance in 1993. Now, sure, trades like these are always complex. Cap space is tight, and the Bills would need to make some roster adjustments to accommodate Hendrickson's contract. But given the potential upside, imagine that pass rush, that pressure, the disruptive force that can change the course of playoff games. It's a move that makes a ton of sense. The Bills' front office has shown a willingness to go all in when it counts, and bringing in Hendrickson could be part of that mindset. He's a proven winner, a player who thrives in high-pressure situations, and someone who could energize the entire defense and the fan base alike. All in all, this trade could be a game changer, a bold statement from Buffalo that they're serious about contending for a Super Bowl again. With Hendrickson on board, they can keep pressuring opposing quarterbacks and maintaining that dominant edge that has become their trademark. It's a move that not only bolsters their immediate playoff push, but also signals their intent to be real contenders for years to come. So keep your eyes peeled, Bills fans, because if this trade goes through, it's going to be a game changer. The Bills are positioning themselves for another historic run, and Hendrickson could be the secret weapon they've been waiting for. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Are you excited about Hendrickson coming to Orchard Park? Do you see him as the final piece to push this team over the top and secure that elusive Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. Remember, this isn't just about one player. It's about the passion and the drive we all share as Bills fans. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep the faith, keep the fire burning, and get ready for what promises to be an exciting end to this season. Go Bills!